Hello guys, today I'm gonna be telling you the ultimate wiki tutorial on Google Sites. Welcome back to Design Guy, and make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and maybe leave a comment if I missed anything, and or any ideas for the next video. So, starting off is choosing a good name for your wiki. So, for example, say there's a wiki out there. I don't know, do random wiki. Pizza Tower wiki right here. I've been on it before just because heard about the whole Phantom thing. Obviously, that's for a Pizza Tower wiki, which is obviously about the 2D platformer, which that is Pizza Tower, which is a game. Um, you know, just do like a good name for your wiki, and you'll be happy. That's right off here, right off the bat. Look how good that name is, Europedia. No, I'm just kidding. Some just an example. So for this template, which I can post if you guys would like me to, I'm gonna be using a my original wiki design, which is I use it on some other wikis. I'm not gonna say the names of them, but I like this design here. And what you're gonna do, let's do this example, Europedia. What you're gonna do is first of all we're gonna go over pages. So I'm gonna write a page about a band called. We'll do. How about do the Smiths? Random, but we'll do that. The Smiths, so always make sure you want to hide them from navigation if you want people to search them up, or you want to put links on your homepage, or stuff that links to other pages on here. Always make sure you do that. And if you want to add this HTML search bar thing, I'll tell you how to do that after in just a few moments. So the Smiths. You can write whatever you want about the Smiths. For this example, I'll be using the Smiths Wikipedia. So we'll just use this. And what you're gonna do, add some text, and then make sure you do Control Shift V so it stays in the Lado font you want it to do, or always you can go to themes and you can change the theme here. You can make your own theme, change the colors. And then just make it look like this, like how you want it, and maybe if you want to add like England as another article, or Manchester as another article, or Andy Rourke or Mike Joyce as another article, or British indie music, or Needs Murder, all that stuff. You want to do that. So that's right there, like that. The Smiths. Now we're not making a user editable wiki right here. We're just using this if you want to share it up here, share with others, with other people. I'm just showing you how you can collaborate with other people. So then you want to probably set aside like some user box rules if you wanted to put this off to the side over here, and then maybe whatever this one is, like I don't know, back like the Smiths, and active, I don't know, the years you put there, and you just make it look like you would want to. Now the next part is definitely setting aside some rules. So like if you want to make it look like it's a real wiki, how about let's do Yourpedia colon and then policy. Or we could just make a new menu section altogether called your, and we can put this policy under it. And we can just call it policy. We can rename it to policy. We can rename this to policy. So now it's just actually no. We can keep the Europedia policy and make it separate from. Basically, it distincts it from other pages like the Smiths or like other pages. So just Europedia. It's like a policy. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna hide this from navigation because then the link's gonna be it's gonna generate sites.google.com slash view slash, and it should be slash Europedia slash policy. or slash Europedia policy, so it's separated from slash Europedia. Or say you're doing Europedia.org, then you could do Europedia.org slash Europedia slash policy. These are known as namespaces on a wiki, and namespaces are nice to have on here. On the policy, you could just set aside some rules, maybe some formatting rules on here. And the next one is going to be another main namespace. It's going to be users. This is if you just want to even have your friends. Remember to hide from navigation. And you can just add pages like user. I'll just make up username like Yourpedia admin. If you want to make admins. And sadly, we do not have specific page edit permissions, which would be awesome if we could do that. So we can have admins that could control other users we have on here. We do not have that. Watch my other video, the most requested Google Sites features, for more info. So here we go. Yourpedia admin, and you can just do some user stuff info. For example, I'll do the guy with the most edits on Wikipedia. His name is Sir Amontio Di Nicolau. I slaughtered that name, very butchered it. And you could see, so the user page looks like. You want to make it look like that, you could. And that's basically users. And if you want to do discussions, just look at wikis and discussions. I'm not going to get into it that much, but this is basically about like writing articles. The users are not something that is not required at all, but I do recommend at least setting aside a policy. You don't even have to do this Europedia thing up here. You just have to. I would include the policy up there, and you don't have to include users. So back to the article stuff. Just put aside some formatting rules and stuff. So on the next part, I am going to tell you about this search button right here, which I did some HTML code. I'm not the best HTML coder. I added some stuff that actually might not work to it, but you could just use this code. I'll put it in the description. And basically, right here, down at the bottom, is you're gonna want to change this stuff. All this stuff, the stuff that should be changed is, where is it? Sorry, I have, just basically opens up a new tab. So what it does, it's gonna open up your so every Google site, has a search area. So if I go to the link of this website, which is this, you go to it, it has a search bar up here. Search anything, it'll show stuff on here. But say clicking this button right here is gonna just bring you to that page in general. It's gonna bring you to the page with blank information so you can search up stuff. It's not the best search feature ever, but it is better than this thing, because I showed a lot of people like, hey, do you know there's a search bar up there, you can search stuff up. They're like, no, I see that on a lot of sites. I never look to click that, but yeah, you can do that. You can have that up there, and if you want to include that, just add, I don't know, like a media page or like an extra page up here. If you don't, then just keep the home. And I recommend renaming the homepage to something like Europedia, so when it shows up as a preview, it'll show up as Europedia, not home. But I'm gonna keep it as home for now because I like the style if it looks up on there. Now the search button. This is the part you would fix. So when you go on to, say your domain's different, it's always gonna have a /search/ whatever it is. And then what you're gonna do is this right here, Curie equals blank. You're not gonna put anything, you're just gonna leave this here, and then they'll open up a blank search page. So I'll show you how that works. Let me just publish it first there. I'll show you how it functions. So actually, let me show you on a thing like Wikipedia. Like, see the search bar. You want a search bar to look up articles and stuff. Europedia is the same thing. Let me just fix this. There you go. So now when you click on the search button, it's going to bring you there. If yeah, you're going to click on the search bar, it's going to bring you to the search page and you can look up stuff. It's going to be nice. And that's basically it for the button. You can stylize the button however you'd like it to look. Right now I'm using a Bentham kind of a font scheme here. But I think yeah, that's very nice. A button there. And remember, this is the link here that you're gonna use for the stuff. So yeah. And if you want to add some other like call to actions down here, maybe search buttons or featured articles, it would be perfect. So thank you guys for watching, and tell me if you have any other questions. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, this is the Design Guy signing out.